you caught me off guard. I was going for this jog under the hot sun, and like my face is oily, my forehead is super shiny. You
I
know,
booked you
so
so last minute. I know. I was actually watching your videos yesterday, and then I had such a busy day today. So then I was like, I don't know if I can even talk to you today. So then when I looked, I'm like, he's still taking bookings today. So I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay. So I was like, all right. I mean, I just, yeah, might as well. And then because I work tomorrow, so then I was like, oh, might as well. So, yeah.
Cool. It's
Yeah.
hard to it's because when you talk, all I see is your name, Jenny. I'm so used to talking to a face.
You can use your imagination. Don't worry, I won't stare at you either.
Right. Okay, cool. Let me make sure we're recording this session, so then later on we can circle back if you need to. Okay, Jenny, hold on.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see, you're gonna go to. Okay, pause. It's recording. Okay, Jenny. So sweet. It's we're live. We're up and going. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what is your journey like right now as a 360 booth, either current operator or future operator.
I want to. So the reason why I found you is because I was looking to do like a photo booth business, like not the 360 one, but like the regular, the one with the iPad.
Sure.
And then I got into the mirror. Then one thing leads to another one. I'm like, wait, then there's this mirror thing that looks cool. Then it led to yours and the 360 one. Not a lot of. I think it's kind of new. Is it kind of new? Like not new, but like a lot of people are slowly adding into their events versus the photo booth, which is an obvious like staple, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Um, but it seems really cool. Like people seem to really enjoy it. It's more engaging. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was thinking about doing that because right now I do hair, like women's hair, like hair extensions, and I work in a sales store and a salon. So then, I'm just kind of like, oh, I just want to do something where I can kind of like meet normal people. Does that make sense? So it's not just like a job for me. I actually just want to meet people too because I just meet girls all day and like I'd rather just meet regular people too and not just do hair all day. I guess it's something that's more fun.
Basically,
So
you're trying to escape the gossip.
yes, oh my god, it's such a headache. Like it's just all day gossip, 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 and girls like even my coworkers just all talk about each other behind their back, and it's so draining. So I'm like, oh, I really just want to kind of do something where I can hold my sanity a bit, but still be social.
Sure.
But then, and of course, it's still work, right? But then I like how people get to create memories and all that. It's fun. And it's something like you put into your car and then drive on your own. It's not some crazy huge setup where you need like a truck driver and like and all that, and the upfront cost doesn't seem too much. Like it's not like you have to drop $10,000-$20,000 up front, because I had a flower business in Orange County with my business partner. I'm from Canada, by the way, so my business partner lives in Orange County, and we started like a preserved rose flower business, and I had to put up, like, when it's all added up, like $20,000, like, to start that and have inventory. And that was probably one of the biggest mistakes of my life. So with this one, I was like, oh, the photo booth, hey, like this, I can travel with it. It's not going to cost me $20,000 to start. And what's it called? My only inventory is literally like the machine itself, right? And then I guess whatever else comes with it, software, whatever. But yeah, I don't know, I just thought I would get into it, and I wanted to see what you thought of it, like that, the 360 versus like the regular photo booth.
Sure, sure. So,
Yeah.
okay, so you're from Canada. Where do you reside now, Jenny?
Oh, I'm in Vancouver.
You're in Vancouver. Okay, in Vancouver.
Yeah.
All right.
And that 360 thing isn't like, because Vancouver's a way smaller city than your city. You guys are like a country in itself in LA. So I'm sure there's like a lot of people, like there's just so many people to cater to, and also a lot of people doing it. I'm not sure. But over here there's actually not that many. Like I can probably name like five. So and the prices are pretty high as well. I think at least like $600 minimum, like, to book. And it's
Perfect.
probably like 1 hour or 2 hours,
Okay.
maybe 2 hours. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, hairstylist, you've been in the beauty industry for a while, and you
Yeah.
decided to just kind of start moving towards something just a little different, just to kind of sharpen your skills and get into a different set of vibe. And I understand,
Yeah.
like, I have barbers, the same thing, like, just
Really?
just chopping it up, conversation, and it just gets into politics, and for the ladies, it gets into the gossip. And I
Yeah.
kind of get it. It's and in the beginning, it's fun because time flies while you're doing their highlights in their hair, and you're just talking and talking. It gets to a point where everything becomes like a repeat story, and then all of a sudden you catch yourself saying, "I want more out of life. I want I want to be in a situation where I can go home and say I had a blast." And
Yes.
and I made money and I got to connect with people at a very deep level and I was invited to a very personal moment in their lives. It could be an anniversary, it could be a wedding,
Yeah.
graduation. So I totally get what you're putting down. Now, as far as where you're staying at in Vancouver right now, if there's about 5 to 6 existing operators, that's
Yeah.
still not considered a very saturated market, especially given the fact that they're having their prices like you said, I heard you say about $600 for minimum, right?
Yeah.
So you can jump in and either match that and then just really strategize on your marketing and your presentation. And you'll notice like, wow, I was charging, $200, $250 to do hair. Now I can make $600 in 2 hours. And it's the production, the service itself is completely different. So now you have a way to supplement your overall income, which is great because no one's going
Yeah.
to take those skills away of you being when your specialty is hair right now.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
your real specialty, Jenny, is people. And yeah,
Yeah.
so you're a people's person. So you already have that under your belt. We have new
Yeah.
360 booth operators that are, what's the word? They're not as social, and their
Oh.
interaction, it's going to start developing over time, and it just shows.
Yeah.
It's really going to be up to you how much charisma and enthusiasm you bring to the table. For me, I grew up an introvert, super timid,
Really?
and so when I go to these events, Jenny, I go all out. I'm pretending like I'm pretending like I'm Eminem on stage, just rocking it out, right? And
Love
then
it.
yeah, and then Sunday comes around, and I just want to go out to the hills. I want to go out to the mountains and just chill by myself because at heart I'm an introvert, which means when I'm at these parties, I pick up on energies, I pick up on gestures, and that takes its toll if you're an introvert. If you're an extrovert, man, as a 360 booth
Oh.
operator, as an extrovert, there's nothing better than being either an operator or a DJ. Just being in a situation where there's ton of interaction and you're gregarious
Yeah.
as a human. So for
Yeah.
me, I enjoy the polar opposites. I enjoy being in a situation where I get pushed to the max and I produce as best as I can, and then it allows
Yeah.
me to break away from that because remember we only do this like during the evenings on Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes Sundays, and then I enjoy
Oh.
the peace after and just recollecting like wow, I remember the smiles, I remember the laughs, I remember the slow-mo videos, I remember how happy they were,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
you don't get caught up in so much gossip because you're constantly moving as a 360 booth operator,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're addressing them, you're giving them cues, you're checking out your prop table, you're adjusting the camera.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and then every now and then, of course, you have a really deep connection with like the main host, whoever booked you, or someone else might be
Oh.
curious and ask you questions about your business and so on and so forth, and that just leads to networking in a sense.
Ah, that sounds amazing. That literally, I hate my job. Not that I love doing hair,
Mhm.
but this like literally everything else that comes with it drives me completely insane. Like I'm a very extroverted person, and the same thing with your energy. When I'm around people that are just so like, I guess it's just a salon industry, gossipy and like negative, whatever. Even though I block myself from it, it's just you go to work and it's just draining, and then you come home and I'm just like, oh, and I really crave that kind of interaction that you have with the photo booth. You know what I mean? Of course, there's the stressful side of it, but
Sure.
then everything else that you just said, I'm like, oh my God, like that sounds like that doesn't even sound like work.
It doesn't feel like work when you're there. It feels like work when you're prepping for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay. Yeah.
it's because you and so okay, someone books with you, right? And now you have to work on the overlay, which over time is going to take you maybe like less than 10 minutes to produce an overlay, and then just
Yeah.
kind of coordinating just a little bit. And after
Yeah.
that, the whole thing is okay, making sure that you have everything in place, your props, your equipment, your booth.
Yeah.
You load it up, you're off, you get there, you scope out the area, you're like, that's gonna go here and that's gonna go there situation. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it comes to life, like it manifests, like it just becomes this
Yeah.
your presentation. And then as soon as you say we're ready to go, time flies from that point on because you are creating history, you're making memories, you
Yeah.
are the center of attention. So
Oh.
for you as an extrovert, that's gonna hype you up and refuel you. Versus me, like I enjoy it, but then later on I understand why I feel a little drained. Because it's just who we are in the inside. And so
Yeah.
you're feeling a little, the word you use, a little miserable at work. It's because there's something in your mind and in your heart that is calling you to do something different. And so because doing hair, you're not curious about it anymore. You just understand it and you do it because it brings in an income and it's something that you're good at,
Yeah.
right? But when you
Yeah.
become curious about something and you start really paying attention to that constant thought, and then you start saying, you know what, I'm going to start moving towards that idea, and you become curious again, it really replenishes that optimism in your life, and you wake up with a different vibe because you're so curious about something that you're going to bring it to life. Right now it's an idea, it's a thought, and
Yeah.
once you start becoming curious again, Jenny, then you won't, that whole miserable like feeling about like, oh man,
Yeah.
I got a booking coming up at this time, like, and you don't really look forward to it, but you actually appreciate it because it does pay the bills.
Yeah.
Then it kind of shows you that it's time for a change, Jenny. It's time for you take on something new that you in your heart and in your mind feel like this might be an actually really good match for me,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Just wasn't sure, like, because I've never done it before, and I was just wondering, do you actually have a lot of events still coming up?
Yeah, I have one. I think it's a 4 hour this upcoming Saturday.
4 hours?
Yeah, so this will be my second 4 hour event, and it sucks because I had lowered my rate from 1,000 to 900 for 4 hours,
Uh-huh.
just so I can, I like to stay busy, and in
Of
business, it's
course.
all about bookings. So I
Yeah.
decided to just adjust the numbers just a little bit, and
A little
48
bit.
hours later, Jenny, someone calls me, asks me questions, I answer their questions. They book
Yeah.
me, and I'm thinking, oh man, they would have booked even if it was $1,000 because their
Oh.
budget wasn't an issue. But in my mind, I'm thinking it's
Oh.
gonna be an awesome time. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and a lot of great opportunity to network too. I was just wondering,
What's up?
what's it called? Because I just wanted to, I know this is so random. I was wondering if like you have any other events where you need help and stuff. Like, would you mind if I like
You should roll.
job shadowed you or
You
helped
should.
you
You should
for
roll
one
with me.
event?
Yeah, you should roll with me this Saturday.
Oh my God, I'm in Canada.
I know you're in a beautiful part of Canada.
Wait, but why is it 4 hours? Is it a wedding? How come it's so long? I thought average is like 2 hours.
I think if I remember correctly, either they're having I think it's an anniversary is what it is,
An
and
anniversary?
it's gonna be in a place called Aero Cal, and there's gonna be the layout. It's gonna be small little planes because it's gonna be in a airport, a small little airport.
It's gonna be in an airport?
It's gonna be a little airport. I'm telling you, if you can make it out here and you need to like say you need to crash, you don't want to spend money at Airbnb. You can always couch surf.
No, oh, no, no, no. My friend lives there. My old business partner lives in Orange County. She's like one of
Orange
my best
County from
friends.
yeah, Orange County from me is close to an hour, so it's not too
Oh,
far.
yeah, no, LA, because I lived in LA too, like for like 6 months, and I moved back because Canadians were only allowed there 6 months out of the year.
Hmm.
What's it called? So I had to come back to Canada, and then I'm like doing hair. Then I was gonna go back to LA to do hair, but
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, if this the environment in Vancouver, it's my environment, is it gonna change even if I go to the States and continue to do hair?
yeah,
I was like, oh, maybe I'll try this photo booth thing. And I did think about this last year, but I'm like, oh, still not enough information. And then when I came across your video, I was like, he offers mentoring. I can ask him questions before I jump into this. This
yeah,
is crazy. Like,
yeah.
what? So
I
yeah, that's really
I
awesome.
in the very beginning when I started the journey on YouTube, I constantly would get people calling my business line and they would ask me for
Really?
mentorships, and I told them, "Hey, right now I'm not in a position to really provide that service. One, because it wasn't aligned with my goals I had at that time. And then as I got settled in, as I gained more experience and I really became more knowledgeable with the realm of a 360 booth operator, then that's when I said, you know, there's too many messages coming in. I think I'm gonna make it really affordable to do a
Ah,
like one-on-one, and then folks are saying,
uh-huh.
hey, when you're ready to do the one-on-one, like I'm ready, like I want to book. So as soon as I launched
Yeah.
mentorship, I started having one-on-ones right away and connecting with people across the world. So it's been a beautiful journey for me because everyone comes from a different background, different culture, and their point of views in business
Yeah.
is very unique. And like I mentioned
Yeah.
earlier, you already have people skills, you already have that enthusiasm, and you just shared that you're an extroverted gal. So
Yeah.
I've been out to other operators events just to kind of shadow them because you know they were a little like what's the word, they weren't as confident yet because it was their very first event.
Oh, you've had other people come to Shadow as well?
Yeah, I've come out to like see other people, you know, like they say, David, can you please come and we'll make arrangements.
Really?
Yeah, so if it works out for me, that's the kind of things that I do. It even got to, I was in a
Oh.
situation, I want to say 3 weeks ago, Jenny, where someone booked me for a mentorship, and then
Yeah.
I looked at their information, and
Yeah.
they were like a couple cities away. So
Oh.
I told them like, hey man, for an extra, I think it was an extra $40, you pay me extra for gas. I'll drive down to your place and I'll help you get situated with your.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So there was a couple, and it was I had a great time with them because they were both firing off with questions, the husband and the wife, because they see business from different
Wow.
points, right? So
Yeah.
they really got good bang for their buck, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, also like you're doing such a great service, if that makes sense, in a sense where I don't know, you're out of there. Never mind, never mind. Anyways,
No, just let it
what's
go
it
out of your
called?
tongue. Just let it go, Jenny. Let it go. Just say it.
No, because I went to this church thing before, and they talk about kind of like serving the community, if that makes sense. So even though like yeah, you're providing a lot of value and they pay you a little bit for it, like you're also doing like something that's it's like a huge domino effect. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah,
Like I don't know how to explain it. Yeah.
yeah. I think I feel like when you put words, thoughts, energy out in the universe, there's like a cosmic effect where it'll come back to you eventually. But the best
Yeah.
thing is try not to really think of the compensation because if
Yeah.
you set that expectation, it might not come on your clock, and it's not about your time. It's about like when the universe,
Yeah.
God says, it is time.
100%. Yes, yes, yes. And it's my time now, so
Take your time to shine, Jenny.
oh my god, I'm dead. But what's the goal? Oh wait, so you have an event then, and then what's the next one after
The
Saturday?
next one after Saturday, hold on.
Are you like booked up for the entire like for all like July, August, like the weekends?
You know one thing I really suck at it, and I just put it out there right now? I
What?
suck at remembering numbers, names, and dates. So yeah, I suck at that. Like if you ask me, David, what are your siblings' birthdays? And I'll be embarrassed to say I don't know the exact date to this day. Isn't that weird? That's terrible. Hold on.
I I honestly kind of yeah. I mean, at least you're aware and you use scheduling apps and
Yeah, so that's
reminders,
exactly what I
so it's
mean.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so far at this very second, Saturday, July 23rd, I have one coming up, and then I have
Yeah.
Saturday, another one on July the 30th, and then
Okay.
I have another one on August the 6th, and then September the 1st, and
Jesus
then
Christ, you have every weekend pretty much, right?
September the 3rd. It looks like that way so far. Um,
Okay. Where's the one on the 30th? Is it in LAX area too or in Orange County?
well, I'm really close to the Ontario airport, Jenny. Just a heads up, okay? Let's
Oh,
see.
Ontario. Wait, what's Ontario Airport?
It's in Ontario. I'm in San Bernardino. I'm not in LA. LA is about an hour and 15 minutes from.
Oh, I see, I see, I
So
see.
if you
I've
take, for
always
example, if you take San Bernardino, where I reside, and then you take Orange County and LA, it makes like a nice triangle.
okay. So then where's the airport one that you're talking about? I want how far is that from Orange County? The one that you're doing this weekend?
Okay, so the one that I'm doing this weekend, well, it's a private airport because it's smaller planes. It's like those little propeller planes,
Oh, you mean the helicopters?
kind of like the helicopters, but you know those propeller planes, like the one from I don't remember the cartoon.
Oh, like the old people
Yeah, yeah,
planes?
yeah. Yeah, all people.
Oh, okay. But how? Oh, yeah. So, can I see? I just want to wonder how far it is from
Hold
my
on.
girlfriend's place.
Let me
He's in
share.
Irvine.
Let me share my screen with you. Hold on.
Okay.
See. And then we'll share it here.
Is it far for you, like that place?
For me, no, it wasn't very far at all. It was like, see, I'll put in the address and we'll cover that together.
It's like I just want to see what's closer to Irvine, either that one or the third. Or which event are you doing that's like the biggest that you need the most help?
Well, this one's gonna be long. So this one right here
Oh,
is
it's Cal Aero. Okay. I've never heard of this ever before.
this isn't it. This isn't it. This isn't it.
Oh,
It's events. I think it is. Here it is, right here.
Cal Aero.
So that it's gonna be. You see this plane in the back?
Oh, that's not old people playing. That looks sick.
That's old people.
No, I was thinking about you, the ones that's kind of looks like it's made of wood in the movies back in the day, where
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
these are the propeller ones. Nice because it's all chromed
oh,
out. So it's gonna be right here. The 360 booth is gonna be right here, and then the bar is gonna be like on this side over here.
oh, so it's an outdoor event.
Uh-huh. So we're gonna have this background.
Oh, oh, sick. Oh, yeah. So I was wondering, like, because yours is a 360, do you set up backgrounds or do you not? That's another
No,
thing I didn't. Yeah.
as operators, you save money and time and getting the whole backdrop. David, say this correctly, please. Oh yeah, backdrop. We don't need to worry about the backdrop, Jenny. So because the 360 booth spins so fast, you rarely see the
Yeah.
background. If you see the background, it's only for like a
Yeah.
second. So you don't have to
Yeah.
deal with getting most of the events you'll go to. They already have the backdrop.
Oh yeah, see that's why I was like that's another deter for me with like the regular photo booth. There are a lot of people that do that here and I didn't want to deal with the whole photo booth thing either. And then I was like, oh, I mean like the backdrop because there's like a lot more, I guess, that you got to deal with the photo booth whereas a 360 you use your own iPhone, right?
Yep, that's right.
And then you airdrop it because I know there are issues before when I went to events with like the whole like photo booth sending this and that. I'm like, oh, it just seems so much easier to do, but I wasn't sure what like the demand is like for like a 360 thing. Like how what kind of feedback do you get from people?
So its demographics is going to be very different going from state to state. Also,
Yeah.
your level of competition. But at the end of the day, what's most important is really finding out who truly is your competition, and from your competition, who's getting the most business. Spending time going on their website, on their Google, learning more about them,
Yeah.
that you can kind of emulate what they're doing and then add your own spin to it. That way,
Yeah.
you kind of stand, you basically set yourself away from the competition by really standing out. Some of the ways I did that was I started incorporating fog machines, laser machines, cold sparkles, and just with that,
Wait, laser machines? What are you talking about?
watch, I'll show you what I mean. Hold on. All
Oh,
right,
I was
so
like, what?
this is my event this upcoming Saturday right here, Jenny. You see it?
Oh, is it in Chino? Where is Chino?
This Chino is closer to like the Ontario area, right over here. And then your friend
Oh.
resides
She's in Irvine.
in Irvine, out here in this area.
Holy shit. So how far is Chino from Irvine?
Chino from Irvine. Let's see.
Chino Hills.
There's a feature on here called directions.
Oh, it's okay. I can Google it later. What
Okay.
what about the second event that you have coming up on August 3rd
August
or
3rd.
whenever? Is that closer
Let's see.
to you? Yeah.
Let's check
I
that out.
think it's August 3rd, actually. I have no idea.
So then there's another one. So July, right? There's July 30th and there's August 6th.
Oh, oh, sorry. Yeah, the July 30th one. Where's that one and the sixth one? Is it also like in like
Ooh,
these tiny little things?
July 30th is. The one that's occurring in the 30th, they have they don't know exactly what it's gonna be yet. They
What?
but they're still trying to figure out what the location is gonna be, but it's gonna be really close to the radius where I stay at.
Oh, okay, okay. 'Kay. 'Okay. 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 '
But I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of upcoming opportunities, Jenny. Just in case you feel like you want to actually join me on one of my events.
Yeah.
Then to go back, you asked me a question. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing the screen, but we'll go back to it if we need to. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course.
So you said, David, what do I think about the 360 booth versus a regular photo booth?
Yes,
I
yes.
think that the people that already have the photo booth, if been in business for quite some time, they probably have a good amount of built-in client base from their
Yeah.
past events. And what they can do is they can also start promoting the 360 booth to their existing clientele. Now, as far as
Yeah.
the functionalities, because I have people that actually had a booth before the 360 booth, and so they got
Yeah.
a lot of money on props because they already had props. So really, what they're doing is
Oh,
they're just buying the actual platform, and they already
yeah.
have a lot of lights too as well. So it was an easy add-on, an easy addition. Um,
Yeah.
but however, the experience, as you and I both know, is completely different. Um, with the regular photo booth, sometimes the printer jams, and if the printer
Yes.
jams, you can't get those printouts. And if the
Yep.
Wi-Fi is not communicating with your printer, then
Yep.
that could be tough too. With
Yep.
the 360 booth, as you mentioned earlier, you can use your existing iPhone 13, iPhone 12, whatever you have,
Yep.
and you're pretty much almost ready to rock. You just need to decide whether you're going to use TouchPix, which is an application I started off with and I'm still using, or an application
Okay.
that's a lot more affordable that's becoming a lot more popular called Luma Booth.
Okay.
Now, the content produced by these two machines is drastically different. I feel like in the age of social media, TikTok, Instagram, I think the 360 booth right now is killing it because it's
Yeah.
actual video, it's actual content. It's a
Content.
yes. So
Yeah.
with that, it's like you can add filters, you can add effects, you can add transitions just because it's a video and it already has that
Yeah.
built-in boomerang slow-mo feature.
Oh, you're right. You're right, because it is that's also another thing I was thinking about too. I'm like, I think people would be more likely to upload and share just because it's real content. It's not just like a regular photo booth photo, and it's moving, like, and it's fun and it's different and it's more, I guess, a different generation. Obviously not the older generation. It is more of the like kind of that kind of market, if that makes sense.
It's interesting,
Um,
Jenny, because you can actually target small businesses, you could target corporations. I just
yeah.
recently landed an event with the education sector here in San Bernardino, so I did a 360 event for their conference where it was like a
Oh,
thousand people.
wow.
Um,
Yeah.
so just think about it, like the possibilities as far as you really focusing in a market within the 360 booth is totally up to
Yeah.
you. But I mean, what I would first do is really do the whole shotgun strategy where you just blast as much marketing as possible, really put your name out there, get familiar with website building, backlinks, social media handles, and have everything just pointing to you, to your business, so that you can get maximum exposure. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and check let's check your competition. You want to do that?
Okay, sure. Let's
Vancouver, right?
see. Yeah.
Cool. Can you see my screen, Jenny?
Yeah.
All right. So, are you familiar with these right here at all?
Yeah, so the one that I saw that has 360, it might be the lit. I don't know which one, but then there's where there I guess there's this Van City photo booth,
Let me go to lit really fast here.
Vancouver. Yeah, there's that, and then there's like the one that's the third one earlier. I think they have the 360.
Okay, so it looks like they have the 360 right on there. Then they had a pop up. Um, See, when it comes to making a website, Jenny, and then let me know what you think, okay? So if I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
right, and I'm like having a party and I want to book like for 2 hours, I'm looking at their website, experience template backdrops, pricing. Okay, let's go to pricing,
Yeah, let's see.
and then they have all this stuff, and then I'm looking for the 360 booth right here.
Ooh, how much is that?
So it's $800 for two
Holy
hours.
shit.
Yeah, so I think that Okay, so that's their price. Okay, let's keep that number in our minds. $800 for 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Let's go over pineapple here. See how much. And I'm focusing on these guys because they're on the top three.
Okay.
Now, is this a regular service or is it a 360 booth service? Let's see if we can get a. One thing that's not very clear, and I think you would agree, is when I'm looking at their packages right here,
Yep.
it's it's standard, basic, and then the bullet points. But are they referring to a standard photo booth or a three, right?
Single print. Okay.
Oh,
With
single
the
print.
tenant choice of
Here we go. So
uh
it's single print. So this is for a standard booth, right? Because we don't print. As operators,
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
airdrop
true. That's
video.
true.
So
That's true.
so these guys, they might not even provide the booth. So then they have these guys right here with 164 reviews. That's crazy. Let's check out the.
Um,
Let's see. Get a quote. Wedding events. That's a regular booth. Packages, corporate events, graduations, products. Here it is, 360 video booth. Let's see what they have going on.
let's see.
Okay, they just have a few highlights of what it is, and they have event services, and then get a quote right here. Now, when it comes to getting a quote, for me, I think that just like the very first website we opened up, I like it when they give you the price and the time. When you have to put in all this information, it's like, when are they going to email us back? Man, I have to put in
Yeah.
all this information
Yeah.
just to get the quote.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, no, I don't. When I see that, I just can it because it probably just costs too much and it's too much work. And usually I'm kind of on a time crunch.
So there you have it. So when you put your website together, let's just be transparent with our rates and with our services. That way,
Yeah,
when the client calls, we know that they're that much closer to just booking because it's a serious inquiry.
of course. Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, so that's just kind of looking at those top three. Now for you, Jenny, if you can charge just a little less than $800 for 2 hours, because I charge for 2 hours, I charge 600. That's crazy, like how much you're charging. So
Yeah. Actually, you know what? The rates is because the US I don't know if that's why though, because the US dollar is way more. Well, not okay, wait. It's worth a decent amount more than Canadian, so it does equal out to about 600 US.
oh, as far as the currency,
Yeah,
okay.
as far as currency, yeah, but 800 is still a lot. Like my plan was just because I can definitely like just to start off. I was thinking about working with because I have make friends that are makeup artists and people that do events. I was just gonna kind of collaborate with them like when they get booked or whatever and they recommend me, they refer me. I can give them like a lot lower rate because I don't mind going there to set up and just kind of experience it and build connections. And then afterwards, even then, I would not charge $800 like for 2 hours. I think that's just way too much in
Yeah.
general, generally speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, I like your thinking. I like the fact that you're gonna use your network to your advantage because you realize that people that do their hair, do their nails, do their eye, these are folks that like looking good for the rest of the world. It's great because it's about the image. They themselves are their brand, so they have to look good.
Yeah.
So those are the same
Yeah.
type of people that want that 360 booth at their party because they want to capture those moments of them, of the ladies wearing the perfect hair, the perfect dress. And
Yeah.
you, Jenny, are gonna be the director, the 360 booth director to those events,
Mm.
and then you'll get
Yeah.
that momentum going because like you're in an industry, like I said, where you get people that can afford to get their hair done often and look good, and so I think you're gonna do well. You just kind of have to go for it now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, so you know how you said like you've got all these other little bells and whistles like lighting or like I don't know, all those little things. How much so in total, how much do you think you had to invest to have kind of what you have now, if that makes sense?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. So let's exclude the actual booth, right? And just think about like the fog machines and the lights, right? That's actually a really good question, and I think it's way cheaper than you can imagine. Just because I'm always looking for deals. I'm gonna share my screen with you again in a few seconds. Okay.
yeah, okay.
Let me go ahead
Yeah.
and find my Amazon here. Where's my Amazon? This is it. Where is Jenny at? Where you at? Where you at? Security. Share screen. Here we go. All right, Jenny. Let me know if you can see my screen. Do you see my screen, Jenny?
Yep, yep. Oh yeah, yeah. I can see. I
Yeah.
can see it.
So let's just go to my orders. And I recently bought another fog machine. Just recently. I ordered it on the 17th. So now I have
Okay.
two of these. Now I got this one because the watts was much higher. The first one I bought was 500 watts, and it cost
Okay.
me close to like $60. So
Okay.
one fog machine is only $60. That's totally affordable, right?
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
keep in mind that I was running with one fog machine for like almost all of my events until this point where I just recently ordered a second one. So that's all you really
Yeah.
need. Okay, so that's $60. Now for these little cool lights right here, these are badass.
Yeah.
I've tried a few, but this one right here in particular is my go-to just because I've seen it in action. I love the combinations. I love the quality of it. And so for
Okay.
this one, I spent just a little over $100 just because I bought it with the warranty. And I always advise all my new operators and everyone jumping into the industry that's gonna buy equipment for their business is get insurance
Yeah.
through eBay or Amazon, whatever wherever you're buying it from.
Oh.
Because if this messes
How
up
do you get insurance?
when you're checking out,
You just get insurance through Amazon?
you see this
Oh,
right
I
here?
didn't know.
Yeah, you just go to add it through.
Oh, the ad protection. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, okay.
Cool. All right,
How
so
how does this look like? All the stuff. Do you have like videos of what these
yeah,
things look like in action?
let's look for that. Let's look for that. Let's look for that right
Oh,
now.
that's affordable. So it's about your things about like 2 grand, I think, because you said
No
sixteen hundred
way.
dollars, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
For
Okay, so, but we're not talking about the 360 booth. We're talking about just the added features, right?
oh no, 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 the 360 booth. Like the booth is about like
Oh,
1600,
yeah, under 1600 for the 100
under
centimeter.
600.
Yeah,
Okay.
under
So for
16.
me in Canadian would be around 2 grand, and then everything else. So no, that's still affordable. It's still cheaper than a bag.
Yeah, because
Let's
you open
see.
up that flower shop with over 10 grand, right? That's
It was
crazy.
20 grand. Yeah, I had so much inventory. I didn't want to talk about it.
Okay, let's
But
not talk
let's
about it.
see.
Let's see. Let's look for the let's look for video here. Let's see. I think this one have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this one has it here. Let me go ahead and make this. You can see my
Do you
screen.
have like a business Instagram that I can follow? Like, do you ever post these things on Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Instagram. Wait,
Okay.
are you following me on Instagram? Here, hold on.
No, I literally just found you yesterday night at like 4 a.m.
Wow, you get no sleep.
No, no, no. I slept today, but yeah. What's your Instagram?
It's Canary Capital Rentals.
How do you spell that?
Canary, Canary is spelled C-A. Here, let me go ahead and bring up my page here on
Canary, like Canary.
here. Let me show you, Jenny. Right
Okay.
here. Just type in Canary Capital Rentals.
Oh, cap, and then the word capital rentals. Okay. I see. Canary cap. Okay, let me see. Canary capital. Oh, you pop it right away.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. So you can walk me through kind of like your like which like what all those little thingies does, if that makes
So check
sense.
this out right here. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay,
put
let's
this
see.
right here.
Um,
Hi, my name is David Roth. So
yeah,
right here, go ahead and hold on.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right, let me go
So
ahead.
that's a
Right
smoke
there.
machine.
Okay. So this is one fog machine, and because it's indoors, it's able to produce this much cloudiness or
Because it's
fog or haze
indoors.
because it's indoors and there's no wind
Oh,
blowing everywhere, right? That's
okay.
what I'm saying. All you really need is one. And then I have one light right here, the one we just looked at on Amazon. Can you see it?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I see it.
And then I have a tiny little one right here. This one just runs off of it has a built-in battery where you can charge it. So I just have
Okay.
these two lights, okay?
Okay.
And my fog machine. And then of course you're gonna need what's called these RGB lights right here. These RGB lights, they range anywhere from $59 to $69, and they come with a
Okay.
tripod. And
Okay.
I have four of these.
Okay.
Most importantly, your phone's gonna go right in here, Jenny.
Yep.
And this is called a U200 light. This
Mm-hmm.
U200 light, I give one out. Lately I've been giving out two every month to lucky winner.
Mhm.
All you have to do is when you buy your 360 booth, just go ahead and send me a screenshot of your proof of purchase that shows your first name, and that'll enter you into winning one of these. And this
Okay.
I announce the winner every single month at the end of every month. Okay.
Okay, sick. Okay.
So that's the basics. And then later on, you can say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get me some props and so on and so forth. But in the very beginning, like I said, it's really not that expensive. I kept everything under 3 grand.
Wow,
Because,
really?
yeah, I had a little tight budget, and I told myself I have to run as lean as possible just in case unexpected expenses come around.
Yeah.
Cool.
Damn.
So
So
that
how many events did it take you to like make your money back?
break even.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just say that I spend, and I spend a little less too, but let's just say that, just round it up and just say that for every single thing in my
Every
booth,
little thing.
like the everything, the tripod, the everything you could think of, the sharing station. Let's just say it's 3,000, right?
Yeah.
And let's say that I'm making six. Let's just say I'm making the $600. And let's just play it safe and just say that maybe I don't have one on Friday, but I have an event every Saturday. So at least minimum, I have one event every single weekend, right?
Yep.
So then all you have to do now is, if we divide 3,000 by 600, it's going to take me 5 events, which
Oh, that's it.
that's it. So this is and it's funny you bring this question up because just last night when I was driving back from dropping off my rental van, I was
Yeah.
thinking like, wow, I made my money back a long time ago, because I'd be thinking all the
Wow.
time. I'm overthinking stuff all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, so and then keep in mind that sometimes you'll have an event Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah.
So you'll make your money back in less than a month in some situations.
Of course.
So
Huh.
that's a really solid question. Yeah, I like that question.
Interesting.
And so it's like your return on your investment for this particular type of business is just so crazy how fast you can get that money back. Um,
Yeah.
and then you just run lean. And then also I just brought up a point. What kind of car are you drive? Do you have like a van? Are you gonna be able to fit it in
Oh,
your
I have SUV. SUV.
you rolling in an SUV? Okay, so you're so good to go then because when I first ordered my booth, I got the flight case, and the flight case is bulky, it's heavy.
It
And,
looks bulky and heavy. I don't want
yeah,
to carry that.
don't roll with that. Don't roll with that, Jenny. I would say get the case for it. There's like a case, like a zipper case.
Yeah.
Get the zipper case. It's gonna take up less space, and you can just put that on a little wagon, a little dolly, and just go from
Yeah.
the SUV to the venue, and you'll be set to
Yeah.
go. And plus, you'll save money on that flight case as well.
Okay. Thank you. I saw you. You were talking about how much you love your little dolly.
Yeah, I do. I think I did. You just add me now?
Yeah.
Is a JV?
He does me.
All right, cool, cool. All right, sweet. So I have you here on the, but I also want you to put together a 360 booth social media page. Like when
I
you,
will definitely. I just wasn't sure if I'm like, hey Jen, I don't want to jump into anything anymore. I've jumped into so many things, and that's why I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna take my time, do some research, and then God sent me you somehow. Thank the Lord. So very, very, very grateful because I don't know anyone that does this business. And here, as you can tell, not many people do it. So I think it's a very good time and I can definitely afford that. What's it called? And yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So hopefully I can come this weekend. Oh, and if I order, because I'm in Canada, goddamn, like I
Mhm.
wonder how much the duties is gonna cost, but I'm definitely gonna
I
message her for it. Hmm?
That's a really good
Sorry.
question too, Jenny. So I just gave away a 360 booth to a winner. Um, you know, when I got to 3,060 subscribers, I told my audience, I told my community that I would give out a 360 booth to a lucky
Oh
winner.
wow. Yeah.
It's like I'm in a situation right now in my life where I don't I don't think anymore of like I'm gonna be a millionaire. I don't be a millionaire. Like, I used to think about that too much, and that drove me crazy because I ended up just diving into many businesses, just
Yeah.
trying to get rich fast.
Sounds like me.
And and that shit just it's not the way to think especially in this day and age where you get compensated for adding value to the world.
Yeah.
Before before people can fool people and capitalize on the people that are naive and all that stuff, right? But then now, and this is my personal belief, Jenny, is that because of one, our intuition, and at a spiritual level, we're more aware, and then we have modern day technology to really expose the bullshitters. I really feel
Yeah.
like now people that are actually helping people and really providing value are the people that are finally gonna win
Yeah.
versus the people that were just scheming all the time. You know,
Yeah, I completely agree.
so that's just kind of like my point of view of where we've shifted to as a society. Um,
Yeah.
so this is I enjoy our conversation. This is great. Like I like how we're all over the place, but it all revolves around business.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I really hope because I'm scheduled to work those days, but I'll try to get it off. And if I can, I will definitely join you. So is it just on Saturday? Like from like morning till I don't even know what time. Let's see if it's gonna be on the 23rd. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can pull out of my ass to get off work on Saturday, and
Yeah.
then yeah. Wait. Sorry. Yeah, can you send me like what time it would be at? Like,
So
is it like an evening thing?
what I'll do, Jenny, is I think I have your phone number. I think
Yeah.
I think I have your phone number. What I'll do is
Sick.
I'll text message you. I'll send you
Okay.
screenshots of my upcoming events,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of like plan your just kind of plan
Yeah, check out my
how
trip. Yeah.
you can make it work without over stressing. Like it's good to move with purpose and not so much from pressure. So
Yeah, of
if
course.
you have clients lined up, just handle your business and do the best job you can, and then sooner or later we're gonna meet if it was meant to be, of course, right? And
Yeah.
you're gonna get rolling with, like I said, your new vision, because
Yeah.
I feel like that's, you found me at 4 in the morning, and here we are having this conversation. It's like it's happening so fast.
Yeah. Well, it's because at my job, I feel like you said, I know how to do what I'm doing and all that, and it just feels like a McDonald's job at this point. If that makes sense, like I'm so unchallenged, I'm so bored, and I'm like, okay, this is the peak that it will get for me right now. So then I'm like, oh, I just need to stimulate my brain in other ways and find a way to also still make money though, not just like do a passion project, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know how somehow photo boost pops back into my brain. And
Mhm.
then I was looking for reviews actually. And then your video, the one where you talked about your like the first one, I think it's like the one where you bought yours on Alibaba or something, is a
Yeah,
review
yeah.
of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how I found you because I'm like, wait, oh, interesting. 360. I wasn't even looking at this. I was looking at the mirror ones, like the ones that like near that big mirror. I think it's
Yeah.
from I forgot what it was, but it's expensive. It's not a cheap photo booth.
Yeah.
And then somehow you popped up. I wasn't even looking for 360, but yeah.
That's great. So I was saying earlier, I almost forgot. Like my mind always just I'm all over the place. So the winner stays out in Canada, and so
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I ordered a booth for her. She went with the 80 centimeter, which is one size smaller than mine. And the reason she wanted to go
Okay.
with the 80 centimeter, did you just bark?
No, my dog just barked. Sorry.
Say like,
Riley, stop it.
Jenny, stop it, Jenny. Just kidding. No, Jenny. So
Continue.
So she said, David, what do you think of me getting the 80 centimeter booth? I want to do this all on my own. I don't want to rely or depend on anyone. So I'm
Yeah.
going to be moving this booth from here to there by myself because
Okay.
like she just wants to be held accountable for her business. Like she doesn't want to rely on any assistance,
Of
any help,
course.
right?
Yeah.
So I spent like just a little over 1,000, and I had 80 centimeters shipped to her residence,
Okay.
and it's gonna take about 10 business days.
Oh,
And
that's not long.
and like I said, it's like I think it was like 1,000. I can go on my Alibaba, but it didn't exceed 1,100. At least I don't think so. And this
Oh,
includes
really?
this includes the shipping for an 80 centimeter booth. But I can tell you, Jenny, that all right, if you're gonna be doing this by yourself, that's also something to consider. Like, okay, am I
Oh,
gonna get
yeah.
the 80 centimeter booth or the 100 centimeter booth? The 100 centimeter booth, I really feel like it's almost a perfect size because you can fit up to 5 kids or 4 adults.
Oh no, the 100 centimeter sounds great. I don't mind doing it all by myself.
You
I
strong
can.
with
I
that?
can I not carry the 100 centimeter by myself?
I guess we can find out soon, right? When you come over and you assist with one of the events and shadow me, I could be like, okay, Jenny, go ahead and move
Okay,
that.
wait, is it that bad? Is it really that big? Like, does it doesn't like it doesn't fit in that little thing that you use to pull around?
Yeah, it fits in there. I just actually made a
Oh,
video today showing how I'm kind of just strolling along with it, and I also
okay.
you can also fit that in a 6 foot table that folds into that cart, that heavy
Oh,
duty cart.
okay. Yeah. See, look, no, I mean, then that sounds great. I'd rather get the bigger one than the smaller one. And it only costed you more a little. Did she not get charged duties when it? Oh, it hasn't arrived yet, right?
No, but the way you so when you order from Alibaba, there's different ways you can ship it, and what you want to do is I think it's the term is called DAP or DDP versus EXW, and what that is shipping methods. So you want to basically and I can give you two of my trusted suppliers that are verified on Alibaba. That way you can
Okay.
compare prices, right? And you can compare the shipping time and all that great stuff. And
Oh,
also
okay.
what's great is if you have two trusted suppliers and you're dealing with two businesses, then you get the best because now you're in a position to negotiate, right? Because
Hmm.
it's not like you're just going to one person and then they're like, well, this is our no. You could be like, hey, well, I'm getting it for this much, so can you match it or what can you do? And I think that when, as a consumer, as a buyer, when we have options and choices, we end up winning. Like it's a buyer's market kind of thing.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. Okay, yeah, no, that sounds great. Thank you.
So I'll send that information over to you because I believe I do have your
Okay,
email. So I'll send you both links to the verified suppliers. Ask them all the
okay.
questions you can think of.
Yeah,
Keep in mind because it's China. As soon as we're starting getting like around, I would say around now, they're probably barely opening up shop just because they're on different part of the world than
of
China.
course, of course, of course.
That's,
Yeah.
that's one thing I
Okay.
still forget to this day. Like I it's just
That's night and day.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
that. What other things can we address, Jenny?
Oh no, you're I think just to begin with, without overwhelming me too much, that already sounds great. I just the next step I really want is just to experience what it's like to run one. Oh, what have you run into like issues wise where like because that's another thing I was afraid with the photo booth is like, when things happen and like your machine breaks, whatever, and then you can't provide, and that's a very important part of their event, like
Yeah.
as a backup. So have you ever experienced like major technical issues where like you couldn't, you know what I mean? That you're like, oh my God, I have to fix this. If not, like, oh my God, I'm screwed. And then that whole insurance thing that I saw when you said like it was something 2 million, but then you only had 1 million, so you couldn't set up your thing inside the Marriott or something. I
Yeah,
don't remember.
the cold sparkles. So some places don't even care. Like literally, they don't care whether you have insurance or not. Some places
Yeah.
want to see an insurance and at least minimum $1 million liability insurance. That's the one that I
Yeah.
have, and I pay like around
Yeah.
$50 for that one. And
Okay.
there's going to be high-end places where, as you saw in the video, they wanted a $2 million liability insurance coverage. And for me, I didn't have that one. And second, their client, the ones who booked me, were going to have to pay an extra $1,000 uh, just for that. So we looked at each other. We're like,
Oh wow.
it's not even worth it. Let's just rock it out like we can with the boba machines and just with the props. So it was a success. Um, and so, like with time, maybe you can gradually start adding some of these things to your production, but not right off the
Yeah.
bat. Right off the bat,
Wait. Oh, so sorry. What machine was it that wasn't allowed there again? Like what's
the,
a bulb?
the cold sparks, Jenny, are these boxes that shoot up cold sparks up in the air, and it looks like fireworks.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see, I see. Okay.
Yeah, those
Uh,
are the cold spark machines. They're amazing for your production. It really helps you stand out. Most 360 booth directors, operators don't have those.
really?
And that's cool. But if you can get your hands on those, right, and you learn how to use them, then this is what I mean by what are you doing different from the competition?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, because the thing about
Interesting.
this, say for example, Jenny starts her business and she's rocking and rolling, right? She's spinning, and then someone hits up your competitor. They're charging $800 for 2 hours, and then they hit you up. You're charging $800 for 2 hours. And then they realized, but wait a minute, Jenny has this, and this, and they don't. Oh, I'm gonna go with Jenny, and it's just that alone right there just sets you apart, and you were able to book that because you had that as part of your production. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why, as soon as I realized how cool the Cold Sparks would be, I took some of my profit from the business and right away I
Yeah.
put it in those Cold Sparkles because believe it or not, when a lady called me and told me, "Do you have those Cold Spark machines?"
Really?
Yeah, I was like, "No, I don't yet." And then, oh, okay, I was looking for the Cold Sparks, and then we got off the phone. The whole entire day, Jenny, I was thinking, "Shit, why don't I have the Cold Sparks, right?" So then I looked up the
Yeah.
prices. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it here in the USA. I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on these Cold Sparks. So then I found a dealer, a supplier on Alibaba. I like shopping on Alibaba, and I ended up
Yeah.
buying a pair, and those lasted me for like, I want to say close. One still working. One of them lasted me 30 days.
What?
Yeah, it broke down, and then I bought two on eBay with insurance because I said I'm not gonna f up and not get insurance for them. And it's crazy because those two brand new ones came in right on the
Yeah.
first night that I tested them. One of them went bad that first night.
What?
Like no way, but at the same time thinking like, well, at least I have this one. So then that one stopped working. I think just a few days later. So
Huh?
I got my money back, and then I really took my time to find a good supplier that would give me at least a 1 year warranty, and I found one on Alibaba, and they shipped me my Cold Sparkles, and I've been rocking with them. And I told them that I would share them with my audience and my community, but not right away. Like I wanted to make sure that these things were not gonna break down on the first event, second event. So
Yeah.
I've been to many, man, I want to say over 6 events now with these Cold Sparks, and they're easy to manage, easy to use, user friendly, and
Hmm.
I'm still rolling with them. I am thinking of getting an extra one just to have three, so in case one of them one day takes a shit out of nowhere because it's just technology.
Yeah, of
At least I
course.
have two as backup, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jenny, definitely.
Damn. Oh, that's so good to know. Thank you for sharing. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Now I'm so excited. This feels nice. Thank you so much. Ah.
Absolutely. So we're already coming up on our hour, Jenny.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I have this is gonna render, but it's gonna take a while because it's 1 whole hour long, and then I
Yeah,
can
take your time.
upload it up to YouTube and then send you the link that's gonna be
Yeah.
on YouTube. That way, if you have questions, you can always circle back.
Refer. Yeah, of course. Okay,
And
thank
then
you so much. There's no rush.
yeah, I was supposed to, let's see, I was gonna do some. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and write this down before I forget. Send calendar bookings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I gotta write this stuff down because I gotta.
Chino Hills, huh? What kind of demographic lives there? A lot of like Asians or like white
Chino
people
Hills,
or like
actually, Chino Hills, there's a part of Chino Hills, borderline upland. There's a lot of money there. You get a lot of you get your Caucasians, you get Hispanics, Asians. It's
Asians
actually
too?
it's actually
Wow.
pretty diverse now that I think about it.
Oh, interesting. I've just never heard of Chino Hills until you brought it up, so I was so confused where it is.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
but let me see. Yeah, so booking calendar. What else, Jenny? What else? What else?
Just I think the booking calendar, and then after that, like I can find all the other links to buy the everything, like all the little things to start off with there. But
Send
I
you.
definitely want to like experience what it's like to do it. And then so I have to figure that out on my end. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Jenny. So I'll touch base with you soon.
Yeah.
And like I said, just remember, move with purpose and not so much pressure. And
Yeah.
it's gonna gradually unfold. I'm gonna send you the vendors links so that you can take your sweet time to
Okay.
know exactly what your budget is gonna be like as
Of
far as some
course.
of these booths that you're considering.
Awesome.
Other than that, that's all I can think of right now. But
Yeah.
any new stuff, I'm gonna continue sharing it on YouTube, Jenny.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Take care.
You're very welcome, Jenny. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye. You too. Bye.